What's up, guys? Episode 5 of my 7 Days to Die Let's Play. It is Horde Night again, the third Horde Night, day 21. I actually managed to start this video early enough that I can do a tour. So not much has changed in here. I don't remember if I had this chest in the last episode, but that's just for some gun stuff. I've been doing quite a bit of exploring. Unfortunately, there's just some other stuff. Fortunately, the only blueprint I have is for my handgun, so despite the fact that I've got all of these beautiful looking shotgun parts, I can't make them. Actually, I think I have the sniper rifle schematic too, but I don't have all the pieces of a sniper rifle. Anyway, nothing in here has really changed. So, yeah, pretty much nothing's changed indoors with the exception of this. Just a little bit of a garden, like if you can call it that, for primarily growing aloe vera, but I've got some coffee plants here that they actually need harvested. I had to break through the roof because this game requires natural sunlight. I plan to do something a little bit fancier and more finished with all of this, but yeah, this is what I've got for right now. I've been really focusing on outside, but I upgraded this wall. Actually, accidentally. I was repairing something and I hit it too many times and I upgraded, so I had to upgrade the entire wall to make it look right. I took out the garage door that was in here and I refilled it with cobblestone, and then I put some sideways arrow slits here so I could see out. And I put a door in it so I can go in and out as necessary. So it's just a little bit more durable. I've got wooden spikes all the way around the building. Let's go out back. Only one layer. I wanted to put more, but I just didn't have time. So now, instead of just walking out to a porch, I walk out to a... I think I said I was going to make this a gatehouse, but it's not really a gatehouse. It's... I don't really know what you call it. Anyway, so I've got all of these iron bars that I can shoot through. It's really handy. Step out here. I've gotten wooden spikes around this. Nice lit pool area. It got awfully, it would get awfully dark out here, so I put these candles here. Plus, it actually looks quite nice, I think. Anyway, so we'll go up there in a second. But if you remember in the last episode, I had started putting a wall all the way around this, but I only got to maybe here. I didn't get very far. It is now complete. I just got a cobblestone block, cobblestone arrow slit on its side, and then barbed wire on top. The barbed wire was, well, partially for aesthetics. It just looks really cool up there. But also because the zombies, as they're attacking just a 2-block high wall, they tend to get like stacked on top of each other, and sometimes they'll walk over. This barbed wire does minimal damage, but it actually slows them down a whole lot. So it gives me a good chance to shoot them if they start to slide over the top. A good fix would be to add another block, but I've been using a lot of cobblestone doing that, so I've been more focused on that, and so I just went ahead and did this. The corners, I can't place arrow slits at angles, so I just put some metal bars there, and I can't set the barbed wire at an angle, at least not a right angle, so I just used iron bars there. Plus this gives me a pretty good field of view at the corners. That otherwise might be a blind spot. So that's what I've done here. Oh, that one, I need to make a new one. I didn't realize it broke. I can't do one directly above the door because it says I hit it every time I walk into it. But let's go over here. I've got a little arrow slit to see into this gatehouse here. Probably could use iron bars and get a better field of view, but it wouldn't look as cool. And I've already got that taken care of with this. But I'll show more of that when I get up there. So I just got this little gatehouse basically, so that means if they break through this first door, they still have to get through a second door, and they'll be trapped in here in this fatal funnel, and I'll be able to either use my arrow loops or my murder holes, so to speak, to attack them. So out front here, I've got more spikes. If you notice, I always keep the spikes at least one extra space away from the door, so I'm not constantly running into them. So let's just take a, oh, this is damaged. Fix that. Alright, so let's just take a little bit of a stroll out here and look back. That's what it looks like. I plan to do one of those gatehouses at each of the entrances in the wall. I just simply ran out of time. This took not too long to do, but it did take some time. So, also, I started clearing out this like little garbage dump here. I'm almost done. I got that little bit of wall left to do, and then this the actual dumpster. Just so it gives me room to build out, and it opens it up so I can see zombies coming. But anyway, enough of that. Let's go up here. Now, I've got a ladder right here up to the top of this tower. And up here, now you can see through the murder holes where I can shoot down if I need to. Because while I can shoot through these, I can't throw anything like pipe bombs through. So if I left just the center hatch or a hatch in the center of it, I could pop that open, throw any sort of bomb I might want down there, and then close it again. I've got these Merlons here for some cover from like the cop zombies who spit stuff at you. They're not head height, which historically and ideally they would be, but there's a couple of problems I had with making these, and that was that there are no half blocks. So the crenelle here is always pretty much going to be completely open. Now I thought about putting just an additional square block on top of this outside here all the way around, and then placing my wedge on top of that to create a full height Merlon, and that would give me a half height crenelle here. But the problem with that is it is so hard to see that way. Like I don't have any visual here, and even if I step out over the crenelle, I can only see out basically to just shy of the base of that tree. I wouldn't be able to see what the heck? Okay, maybe I should chop those down while that's going to get in the way. Anyway, I wouldn't be able to see very well to these magical trees. So that was a problem. Now, I do have machiculations here using this trussing. This metal trussing I can shoot through here, so if they get up right against the wall, I can shoot at them. No problem. So I got machiculations all the way around. But even with that, if I had this crenelle that was half height and then these Merlons full height, I wouldn't be able to. I still wouldn't be able to see. Like I'd have a huge blind spot. Like now, I can walk all the way edge, and between being able to walk to the edge and using the machiculations, I've got a very minimal, if any, blind spot, because I actually can walk out and shoot alongside here too. So I've really got no blind spot. But if I had done the full height Merlon and then the half height crenelle, I wouldn't be able to do that, and I'd go from next to no blind spot to almost from nearly no blind spot to a very, very large blind spot, so I didn't want to do that. And they do offer some cover, so that's really nice, and they keep me from accidentally falling off quite as easily. Plus they just look really cool. And if I always do want, or if I ever did want full cover, I can just simply crouch and I get covered quite easily. I'd look into a better solution for these Merlons and crenellations if this was like a multiplayer game, but it's, oh, I need to put something there. But it's not, so I don't have to worry about I mean, it is a multiplayer game, but not really PvP. So I don't have to worry about anybody attacking me and needing really good cover. So I think for this game, these half-height Merlons will be plenty. Anyway, moving on. I connected the top of this, I don't really know what to call this. I don't want to call this a keep. More like that would be the keep, and this would be like an additional gatehouse, or a completely, like this could be the outer bailey out here, and this could be the inner bailey, but it's completely enclosed. Anyway, though, I can go from inside here to the top. So this allows me to get all kinds of different points of view if I need to, and to be able to run out here to my gatehouse out here. So really handy. I was going to make it a stone path and then machiculations on either side of it, but the problem with that is even if I just had a single block width path, I would then need machiculations on the right side of that, then another block that would act as the crenellations on the right side, and then again on the left side. So that means it would end up being each of these paths would end up being like 5 blocks wide, and that's just far too much. So I decided just to make the entire path out of metal trussing so that I can shoot through it, and it doesn't have to be super wide. I'm just gonna, and plus I gotta have it a little bit wider. It's 2 instead of 1, so I have a little bit more room for movement. Now this, in my opinion, gets a little bit ugly because technically if I follow the pattern, there should be a stone block or a cobblestone block here, and where is it? Just about, yeah, these two should be, but I couldn't get it to work right with the crenellations. I couldn't keep the every other pattern, so I ended up just making it metal trussing so I could shoot through, so it kind of looks like a blob. But anyway, eventually this will go all the way around the house, and it'll also connect to that gatehouse that'll be out there. And I haven't decided if I'm going to connect it to this one directly from the inner bailey here. Either way, I will make it so I can get out there from here, whether that be a path around the outside wall or what, I'm not really sure. But yeah, this is what I've got so far. We've got a little bit of time left before the Horde starts, and I might go for one of these drops. Let's pull up the map. Right, they're not terribly far away. I'm gonna try for it. It's my luck I'll end up getting stuck out there, because Horde nights never go right for me. Just in the sense that I never feel prepared. Like, there's always something else I wanted to do, or even if I get it done, it took me the last second to finish it, so I don't have any of my weapons on me. And I've got all these building materials, and I have to put them up and go grab my weapons while the Horde night is starting, which is kind of what happened in, not the last Horde night, but in episode 4, with the first Horde night. The second Horde night I didn't film, but it was a little bit better. I was a little bit more prepared, but I think I barely made it home in time. I think I made it back to my base at 20:30, so I might have only got an in-game hour until the Horde night starts, so let's hope I can make it back in time. What is that? Oh, that's to my right. Wait, I'm so lost. I was headed out farther away. Oop. Yeah, let's go to this one. It's closer. There it is. It's right here, but I'm running back. I know it's right there, but by the time I got the rest of the way to it, grabbed it, and made it my way back, I'd been pushing it, so I want to be in my house. And even then, I'd have all this crap in my inventory I'd have to put up, so I don't want to mess with that. I want to be inside my house. Forgot I move a little bit faster without anything in my hand. Oh, come on, stamina, keep up. I do this to myself every time. Come on, keep going. I think I can do one last thing and go, check this house, or go grab an airdrop, or finish putting up spikes or something, and I end up screwing myself over. But I think I'm gonna make it back in time now. Come on. I can see the zombies digging their way out of the ground over there. I'm just not sure where I want to start this Horde night. Do I want to start just here in my outer bailey defending the wall? Do I want to start in my tower? Or do I want to start at the inner bailey? I don't know if this is technically classified as an inner bailey, but I don't have a true inner bailey, so that's what I'm going to call it. Because I don't really consider it the keep, I consider the house the keep. Anyway, I'm going to start over here, just because it gives me a really good viewpoint. Attack this way. because this is by far the strongest point. Because if they attack any other point and they break through, with the exception of the garage, they're basically in the house, and technically the garage is even in the house too. Whereas out there, you know, if they attack those other doors, as soon as they break through, they're immediately... Well, here we go. Anyway, as soon as they break through those, they're immediately in the outer bailey. Here, they have to go through a gatehouse. So alright, it doesn't appear that they're coming this way. Oh, maybe they are. I missed. Oh, that was a miss too. At some point I might add a moat, but I'm not really sure yet. I was gonna make some pipe bombs, but that requires the crafting table, and or crafting bench, and I just don't have that yet. It takes actually quite a bit of, well, at least I found it, or I think it takes quite a bit of materials to make. You have to have like a hammer, or a claw hammer, a wrench, some forged iron, and then the part, which isn't that big of a deal. The hardest part is the small mechanical parts. You need like 25 of those, and I got like 4. Of course, I can't find another, because my current wrench I have is broken, and I can't find another one to go dismantling cars and getting more parts. And sometimes it lets me shoot through that, and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, see how close they're getting to just running over that wall? That's why I put the barbed wire there. It's a fairly cheap and effective way of, at least, you know, not necessarily preventing them from getting over the wall, but it slows them down greatly. Maybe I should have done this gatehouse first, just so, because it seems like that's the one they attacked last time too. But then again, on my first Horde night, they attacked that one a lot. Yeah, see, it slowed her down. And actually, it usually keeps them, it kind of stops that glitchy movement, which allows them to move over the wall. As soon as they hit that, they kind of stop freaking out. Alright, well, he was allowed to or crawl through the door. Alright, let's check out over here. Unfortunately, not too many of them did attack this one. They all seem to be attacking that one, so I'm not sure if this will be the next one I craft or not, because I really don't want to build a path from here out to there, because I think, well, one, that'd look ridiculous. Two, and as you probably can tell by now, I really go for looks. But I want it to also be completely utilitarian. So I try to make them both functional and cool looking. But the problem is, if I went and did a path there, is that blocks a lot of my view. I mean, having a tower there is already going to block my view of out there from this inner bailey anyway. But like right now, I can sit here and shoot down at this door, and even in here, and that path would simply block that too much. while it will be mostly made of metal trussing, so I'd be able to shoot through it, or at least most of it, it still makes it harder to see, that's for sure. Alright, I'm gonna have to move down here into the inside this keep, just because. Alright, that didn't work. I was trying to let him in just so I could get him off the door, but oh, they broke my torch. That says I'm hitting a door. Yeah, I didn't want him attacking that door. Yeah, I'm just wasting arrows because it says I'm hitting that. Oh, it said I struck that one. Ah, it kind of does what it wants. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, I didn't have to open that door. I forgot I could shoot him through here. I might have been able to do this thing without taking any damage if I had, you know, made use of the fortifications I had built, like my matriculations. Sometimes it lets me shoot through the lower part. Alright. I don't understand why I can't put a light on my crossbow. I mean, I assume it's for different balances within the game, but a lot of the guns that you put a flashlight on are tied to it, so it's not like they're saying no, it's because there's no rail for it or anything. It's a lot of them are taped or tied on anyway. I think it'd be fairly easy to do to the bottom of this. Well, so far, good news is that, well, besides the fact that they haven't actually broken through anywhere yet, is that, why is it so inaccurate? There we go. Is that, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, none of the, no zombies have spawned inside here yet. The last two Horde Knights zombies spawned inside this walled off area, inside the outer bailey. Is he dead? Alright. I was hoping to be able to turn all the outermost doors, like the outermost one on the gatehouse over there and outermost ones there and over there, into steel vault doors. But I still haven't unlocked steelsmithing. I need a construction tools of 40, and last I checked they were like 35. You know, I only made like 100 and, about 100, I think 120 iron crossbow bolts, just because I didn't think I would, honestly, I didn't think I'd need that many, but here I am. Nope. Yeah, but here I am, going through them. Nice. Might as well search this. Oh, nothing. Okay, well, here's where I might have to get a little bit more hands-on, because I don't have any path or any paths taking me out there. Come on. Yeah, that was. I wasn't sure if it's gonna hit him. I was waiting for him to come out the same spot he went in. What are you doing up there? Oh. They weren't messing around. They've managed to break through my cobblestone pieces. I think it's saying she's hitting the barbed wire there, so it's... she's not going anywhere very quickly. She's got a lot of health, though. Yeah. Alright, well, they're held at bay, so I'm going to take care of him. See if I can't take care of her. Yeah, I think she was hitting the barbed wire. Oh shit, they broke through. Oh no, no, no. How do you like that? I don't know about this ladder right here. It made a really good, really fast escape route for me there, but they can climb it, and so I feel like it's kind of a weak point. But then again, I suppose if I don't need to go down there. What am I doing? I can just walk over here. I suppose if I upgrade to like a vault door or something, would be a lot better. But then again, it still might not be such a quick escape route considering. Yeah, it might not be such a quick escape route because the vault hatch takes a lot longer to open. Right. Actually, I probably should come over here so I get headshots by shooting him through my machiculations. Yeah, this makes it pretty easy to get headshots. As long as I got the a good enough door to tank those hits while I pick them off. Alright. The other thing I think would have made like a massive difference with this defense, which I mean, besides obviously having it completed by having all the towers and everything, but would be extra players. You know, if I had enough, if I had some other players with me to, come on, die already. If I had enough players with me to man different spots, you know, maybe have one start over there, an outer bailey over there, one up, you know, even if there's just 3 of us, you know, one to kind of man the, I lost the terms, one to man the battlements that I have created so far, one to man the inner bailey, or sorry, outer bailey, mostly the, over there, and one to man the keep, so I can protect the front, and whatnot. I think that'd probably be the best. Alright, so I think I'm gonna have to go down there. Somebody right here? Yeah, somebody's right here. Alright, he must be dead. Alright, I've only got 3 bolts left, so if I can't use melee for the rest of these, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to use like, my blunderbuss or my pistol. Gonna close that. Oh, he breaks out of his glitch as soon as I get over here. I see how it is. Didn't mean to break my torch. Why don't let me put it there? Alright, I'll put it over here. Alright, let's finish off this guy. Or girl. Yeah, I'm gonna do some repairs. But I suppose that's part of it. So, I'm thinking more and more about making this like my actual permanent base. I know I said that I was gonna use this just as a temporary base and advance out from there, but I'm kind of liking the setup I have now. Certainly can use some improvements, such as the probably a taller wall, and even a change. These arrow loops These arrow loops are quite cool, and they look neat. And while they are better than just having just a cobblestone block, because they have the same amount of health as a cobblestone block, but it gives me an ability to see through it. They're at an odd height, so like if I'm right up on it, I'm forced to shoot the zombies in like the diaphragm. To shoot them, you know, at chest, I have to back a ways up, and I can't back up too far here because of the pool. So I have to stand back farther, which gives me more of a chance of missing and hitting my own cobblestone block or arrow slit. And if I want to look out, like I can't really see anything. I have to kind of back up here and try this kind of stuff, and it offers more, like I said, it offers more view and an ability to still do some work. Like probably something like this, using the using either metal trussing or iron bars. But yeah, so I made it through Horde Night and I didn't die. In fact, I barely took any damage. I will pop a couple of painkillers because who doesn't look? Well, I messed up that joke. Never mind. I was about to make an opioid joke, but I messed that up far too many times for it to be funny now. Probably wouldn't have been funny to begin with. Alright, so I'm probably still going to put some like wooden spikes here and here, and maybe even there, but I think I'm going to keep them off this corner because I put them there just for the Horde Night, but I often almost run into them come around this corner, so probably leave them off that corner. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm thinking about making this more of a permanent base because I've got already a good start to it, and I think it'll just continue to be quite good. The biggest improvements to make, again, aside from the outer towers / gatehouses, would be to do something else with this wall. It's not bad, but I need something that gives me a little bit more visibility. But then again, I may not need to, simply because, well, like in this scenario, I basically used the battlements the entire time. I wasn't here in the outer bailey on the ground level, partially because of the limitations of the arrow loop, but also partly because of the just major height advantage and therefore view advantage of the battlements. And even if I'm down here, even if I had a really good view, repair that. I have to turn, and it's so hard to see everywhere else, and that kind of goes back to just the view advantage of that. And once I have the rest of my battlements put in place, it'll just, this would be like, you know, just if there's a small horde that comes through. Although that was one problem I noticed, and that was actually something I was worried about when I first started building here, was being so close to town. And it has proven to be difficult. I get a decent sized horde. Now, not like Horde Knight size, but still a good size. And it kind of gets down to the point where I'm spent out of about every about 3.5, maybe even 4 hours I play, I spend about half an hour of that fighting off and then repairing from a small horde that comes through. So I'm getting them quite a bit, and it just makes it a pain. As I mentioned in my Skyrim video, one of my biggest problems I have with the series is how much time it's going to take in between episodes in order for it to be a really good series. You guys want to see advancement in a crafting survival game, and that's completely understandable. It's kind of hard when I'm, even if when I find the time to put in, I'm constantly spending time just fighting off hordes because I'm so close to town. Plus, they were spawning for the longest time inside here, but only during Horde Night. I'd get maybe 3 or 4 throughout the horde that spawn inside here. And well, now it might not be such a big issue because I'm mostly up there in the battlements. It was quite annoying before I had those, because I was down here in Outer Bailey just being attacked from behind because the zombies spawned in. But I didn't see any spawn in here, so this time. So we'll see how that goes. And I haven't found water anywhere else either. Well, I take that back. I found water one other spot, but that doesn't really count in my opinion because it's an exact replica of this house, minus battlements, how it was before I came in. Not too far that way, and had a swimming pool as well. But what? Okay, I don't know. I just did that. Assume I just upgraded it. Yeah, I think the battlements on worked quite well for this Horde Night, and the fact that I was prepared. I had my weapons and everything out, and my ammo helped a lot too. Plus, which I didn't need it at the time, but I even had some repairing materials here. I got my stone, clay, cobblestone. I have some scrap iron, forged iron, and wood, just for anything that might need repaired badly during the raid or horde. But I didn't actually end up repairing anything, so. Yeah, I've just got a few minutes left in the episode here, so I'm just kind of talking and filling up some time and doing some of my repairs, basic repairs. I like the barbed wire. I thought about doing maybe putting wooden spikes or some other sort of spike up there, but aside from that, or aside from the fact that it looked ridiculous, it actually wasn't as good. Because because it simply damages them. It doesn't really slow them down, and at that point I'm not really looking for it to damage them. I just need something that's going to slow them down and give me an opportunity to shoot them or dispatch them in some other means. Plus, actually, it's something I didn't think about, but yeah, even after they break through that and they start crawling through, she basically just got stuck there because she was hitting the barbed wire. So that was a huge bandage. So yeah, I mean, it's really not too expensive to make or upkeep. So yeah, I think I might keep that. I might raise like how high the wall is overall, but yeah, I'll probably keep the barbed wire. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in place of these arrow loops. I don't know. I might just keep them. I mean, I definitely will keep them for now. I'd like to do iron bars, but one, it doesn't look as cool, and two, it's expensive. Although I think it has a little bit more health. Yeah, those are 2,500 health, and these are only 1,500, so they are a little bit more health. Well, I don't have any more. So yeah, those are a little bit more health. Or actually a decent amount more health. And I can shoot through them better. The metal trussing, on the other hand, I don't know. But it also doesn't look as cool. So I'll just have to decide what's going to go on there. I could always do replace them, the arrow loops with iron bars. And then break all this, what am I saying? And basically just make the wall taller and then include it in my battlements. And give myself some matriculation so I can shoot them better, so I'm not having to sit here and rely on glitching to shoot through the door. And I can shoot them down from above. That's probably what will end up happening. Actually, I'll probably end up doing the battlements before I mess with the arrow loops. I'll probably just leave them for now. Because even if I replace them to a more effective iron bars, which would be quite expensive again, I don't know that I'd use them that much, simply because the battlements and that my matriculations would be so much more superior. And I think the metal trussing is cheaper to make, but I don't think it has much health. The iron bars have 2,500. I think the metal trussing only has 1,500, maybe 2,000. So it's not quite as strong, I don't think. But like I said, that's not really a big deal because I'm using it for matriculations and my platform to walk on. So it's not going to be taking really any damage. Maybe the occasional hit here from my cop zombie who spits at it, and maybe a screamer who's climbed the wall. So plus, that's another great advantage in the matriculations within this game, is that the screamer zombies can, or spider zombies, whatever you call them, they can't climb upside down, so they just climb up this, and they're forced to break through that before they can actually go anywhere. So matriculations are really good in this game. I don't even think I had any zombies from the front, which, okay, I had some, but it looks like my spikes took care of them. And that's why I like the spikes. They're not the most useful, especially for just one layer, but they're really useful like during the small groups of zombies you might have throughout the week. And then because they'll run into that and mostly take care of them, or if I'm in a horde night and I'm only one person, so I'm focused on the back where the majority of the zombies are, my spikes will take care of the few that run up front. I'm not going to repair those bricks because I'm actually going to, at some point, break them and basically turning it into another outer Bailey-ish gatehouse thing like I have around back. Okay, well, I think that's about time for this episode. I've done what seems to be all my basic... delicious. Anyway, what seems to be all my basic repairs by just like things that took damage. The rest of these repairs are going to be actually replacing things. So, as always, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed.